Hey, we're the Fab Five from Netflix's Queer Eye.
And today we're answering some questions and giving some advice with W. How ripped is too ripped in pants? Hamilton, New York. There is such a thing as too much of a rip. Just a couple of rips is fine. Anything more, you're going to look like bad fashion Eastern European, and that's not a great look.
But we love our Eastern European.
Love Eastern Europeans, but their fashion sense is often a little bit too Ibiza.
Not to generalize, because we don't do that here.
I live in Western Europe,
Which
and I'm
still
telling
doesn't
you, we
make
just
it-
know that.
Oh, no, I get it. That's how we are with Missourians and driving.
Yeah, exactly.
Betsy from Brooklyn wants to know, if you have time to clean one thing in your house quickly, what makes the most difference in your mental state? For me, if it's something really quick, I would say my bathroom, because I have a hard time wrapping my head around getting clean in an area that's not clean or disorganized. Just like my vacuum, I have a hard time wrapping my head around using a vacuum that's covered in dust.
Yeah.
Like, it's used to be clean, it should be clean. So bathroom, so that way I feel clean too.
Are sheet masks a good idea or just a fad? Roxana asks from Massachusetts. Sheet masks usually come prepackaged in like one serving size a piece, and it's this little sheet, and you lay it over your face, and you can like breathe through it because it's got a little nose hole and little eye holes. I love them. They're great. There's a lot of different kinds. A lot of different companies make them, but usually they're packed with ingredients like hyaluronic acid, which is very moisturizing and anti-aging. Usually they have a lot of like very beautiful oils. Sometimes like if they're more for acne-prone skin, there'll be a little salicylic acid in there to help prevent future breakouts. So just look at the ingredients like any other product, but if there's gorgeous, nutritious ingredients in there, it's good for you to use.
I have dreamt about an old boyfriend several times. Is it a sign I should call him? That's from Sarah in New York City. Let me tell you something, Sarah. Your dreams are just your subconscious that are seeping into your mind at nighttime. So you got to really think to yourself, are you dreaming about him because there's unresolved issue, you don't have closure, or are you really dreaming about him because this was somebody who is the dream guy for you? Now, I want you to evaluate, why did you break up? Because a lot of times when we get away from someone, we forget all the stuff that was wrong, and we start not remembering like, oh, reason we broke up is because they didn't call me, they didn't respect me, they didn't love me, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. Or you might not have been emotionally available. So check in with yourself and really make sure the dream is just a little bit of a nudge to say, start thinking about it a little bit more.
But after you wake up in the morning and you start processing all of this, have a coffee first, because that's a lot.
What's the appropriate amount of chest hair to show at work? Peter from North Carolina. I wore a shirt on episode 8 of season 1 where you could see everything. And that's just because I felt comfortable in that. But that was a certain setting that I thought was appropriate.
There was not
Apparently
chest
it wasn't.
hair inside.
Apparently it was. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of chest hair, so it wasn't too offensive. So maybe just gauge it wherever you work. If you're working on a TV set, maybe it's fine. If you're working in an office, maybe it's not fine.
Agreed.
Maybe just 1 or 2 buttons is okay.
Agreed.
My boyfriend is a very picky eater and prefers simple food like plain pasta and chicken nuggets, whereas I like to try all sorts of different foods. How can I encourage him to try new things and be more adventurous? Janice from Las Vegas. I would suggest taking these quote boring dishes that he likes and try to incorporate like a fun little different element into it. So if he's going to have chicken nuggets, he should have like a sweet green crunchy thing going on the side. So shave some asparagus and make like a nice little Caesar-y type vinaigrette.
Do you like you talking to Karamo? Because he doesn't eat any of those things.
None.
So with his Skittles and his Coca-Cola for breakfast, what I would suggest would be to take blueberries and dip them in chocolate and then a candy coating so that there's an actual fruit and it looks like candy.
I like that.
To use trickery.
Yes, I'm with it. Now you're talking. Listen, I'm going to eat greens now.
My boyfriend has grown a beard that he loves, but I think he looks awful. Plus it's scratchy. Can I insist he shaves it? Well, honey, how would you feel if you got a really short haircut and he was like, I insist that you grow your hair out because I can't bear to look at you with that short haircut. And by the way, it feels prickly and I much preferred it long. The answer is no, Debbie from Queens. You can't say that because two ways, sexism works both ways, right?
I disagree. I feel that...
Can I finish what I was going to say? So what I was going to say was, what I was going to say was, is that I think that you shouldn't say that, but what you could do is affirm that it would be a little nicer if you used a beard oil. You would love it if you used a little beard oil. You would love if you did a little beard conditioner. Introduce them to some beard grooming as opposed to just flushing the baby out with the bathwater. Throwing the baby out with the bathwater or whatever, right? It's like, Debbie, come on, work with him. So Bobby wanted to say something, though.
To me, I always want to make sure that my husband finds me attractive and he finds me sexy and we keep that romance alive. And if there's something about me that he does not find attractive, I'm going to change it.
Take a little bit of each, and we have a thing called compromise.
Yes, that's what it is.
So just shave off
words out of my mouth.
How long can I let something sit on my kitchen floor before picking it up to eat it? Anmargaret from North Carolina.
What is dropping on the floor? If it's something dry, yes, maybe. If it's something sticky, ew, gross.
It depends
What if
on
it's
the floor.
cheese? You can't waste
If it
cheese.
falls on the floor in Tan's house, I'd still eat it.
It's all unsanitary to me. It's all unsanitary, and I think somebody needs to shift this narrative from this 3-second rule that it being on the ground, it's disgusting. Don't pick it up.
Fine. Don't be so precious. It's wasteful. Don't be so precious about germs.
What is the best advice you have ever gotten when it comes to bringing up strong, respectful sons? Donny, Brooklyn. This is advice that my mother gave to me and that I live by with my children. When you interact with someone else, think about the person that you're talking to. If they were your mother or your sister, would you speak to that person in that same way? It's just putting that face to them. So if you wouldn't say to your mom, blah, 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 then don't say it to another person. Find a new way to approach the conversation. If you wouldn't say it to your sister, find a new way to approach the conversation. It's all about being respectful. And the respect that you apply to family members, you should apply to even strangers.
Or people you respect in general, because I can be pretty nasty to my family, but I'm a lot nicer to my friends.
Me too. Me too.
Would you say anything bad to your mom?
Not to my mom, but my siblings, I would say much harsher things.
Okay, then fine. You know what? Take out the siblings then.
Yeah.
Just stick to what you. If you wouldn't say to your mom.
Would you kiss your mother with that mouth?
I like that.